Welcome back, loyal viewers. This is your next great deal. We are down here in super hot Northside, where we have a hidden little gem. This is a two-bedroom, bath and a half frame house on a great street down in Northside. Here's a quick scan around the neighborhood. There's some construction down here as they're replacing all the lead water lines, the service lines from the street, with brand new copper. But as you can see, things are continuing to trend upward down here in Northside. Here is a view of the side, and I want to try to zoom in real hard on the roof. The roof has some issues, as we'll see inside. It's old. It has failed in a couple of spots. You can see that the chimney flashing there has kind of seen its day, although the chimney was tuck pointed. That side gutter there looks like it's okay, though we'll see in the back none of it's been cleaned out in forever. So it obviously needs a new roof, including a couple of decking patches. Here we are in the backyard, and I'm going to go ahead and say it could probably use a mow. There is a one-car detached garage back here that we're going to take a look at. This is like an incredibly valuable thing here in Northside. This garage faces an alley, like an actual paved alley in the back for off-street parking. The garage itself is a little trashy. It's got a newer cheap door, but it needs, when you side the house, which you're going to do because it's transite, you should patch inside the garage as well. Probably do something with the interior here to make it a little less, kind of shabby and frightening. Put a window in there, but it's poured on a slab, so I would just side the outside, kind of finish the inside a little bit, and clean it and paint it, and do something with the jungle of the backyard. There's a good shot of the back of the house. So we'll go ahead to the front and begin our interior walkthrough. Here we are walking right through the front door. This is the living room. The house is still full of stuff. The seller is an older woman. She is going to, she's talking big game about she's going to get stuff out. There's no way she's getting all this stuff out. So by closing, she'll have out what she wants, but you're going to have to contend with some hauling. That looks like an actual wood-burning fireplace, which is, again, a huge plus. But, of course, have a chimney sweep. Take a look at it because we have no idea when the last time it was used. This house here we are in the dining room. This house had a burst pipe under the kitchen sink and had a little bit of a flood. You can see some commercial dehumidifying equipment there. So if you're one of those hyper mold and mildew sensitive people, just be aware of that. There doesn't appear to be any structural damage or anything like that. So it was, the house didn't get underwater. It just a pipe burst. Here's the kitchen. This is one of the worst kitchen layouts I've ever seen. It's like it was designed to be awkward. There's a gigantic pantry there that I'd probably kill to expand the little tiny half bath there. But the whole kitchen obviously has to go. From kind of floor to ceiling. I'm trying to move around. The kitchen's not that small, but it's a miserable layout. And you can see the first signs of the roof leak where it's transmitted down there. Let's walk into the little half bath here. Very simple. Gigantic ceilings, of course, like everything here. There in the corner there, you can see where there was probably a corner sink, but I would expand into that pantry and make that probably a 3/4 bath is what you're going to have footprint for. I'd also probably try to open up the space between the kitchen and the dining room because open floor plan is still all the hotness. And we'll go upstairs. And take a look at there are 2 bedrooms and a full bath up here. Just normal patch paint refinish through here, which is if you can ignore all the stuff, that's a lot of what this house needs. The bathroom needs to be completely bombed and updated as well. It's old, it's been improperly maintained, it wasn't all that nice to begin with. quick word on the windows. Some windows are aluminum, some are replacement vinyl, but they're the cheapest replacement vinyl money can buy. Needs a whole house full of windows, realistically. And this is when we see our first big hole in the roof, because, hey, you shouldn't see daylight coming through your ceiling. So, as I've mentioned 90 times so far, you need a new roof. Here's bedroom number one, completely full of stuff. When you get past the hauling of the stuff, what this room needs is two windows, heavy patch paint, and refinish the floor or carpet as you would. I just like to show the ugly as well as the good. There's going to be, a dumpster or two in your future. And here's bedroom two, kind of the same story here, full of stuff, structurally sound. You can see the chimney flashing. That's the result of that I mentioned when we were outside. And a quick pan around this room to give you, the bedrooms are huge. The bedrooms are very sizable. And let's zoom on that. A little bit of eye candy from probably the early 90s, back when Mike Tyson was known as Iron Mike. And another hole in the ceiling there from the roof. All right, so we will work our way downstairs and then go downstairs again in the basement. So we're in the living room. Here's the entrance to the basement, and we will head down to take a look at the mechanicals. It is a block foundation. We're going to see signs of course, water penetration down here. The soil stacks, the drain lines are already PVC. All of the plumbing in here is copper. So I'm sure it'll need a little tweaking. The water heater is old enough that I would replace it, of course, for a retail deal. I'm a big fan, as longtime viewers will know, of tankless water heaters, of instantaneous water heaters, and I think those play well, especially down here in hippy-dippy Northside. There's some of the mildew that I was talking about. It's all about water control on the outside, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about proper landscaping and drainage outside. Because that's what causes this kind of thing. There's no structural compromise here. It's just what happens when you have a foundation that is improperly drained on the outside. Loads and loads more stuff, more mildew, and water stains on the walls. Here's an old non-high efficiency gas forced air furnace. This is a Williamson, so it says, but this looks like it's the era when just the Williamson brand name was sold. Though it's lasted a good long time. That furnace is probably 60 years old. Here is the water meter, and as I said, all the houses on this street are getting brand new copper water supply lines. A lot of them had old lead lines in them, and that's not brick, that's brick wallpaper from the 70s. That was a thing once. And here's the circuit breaker box. We have a 100 amp main, and it was properly installed and inspected back in the day. That's probably something to look at upgrading a little bit. I mean, 100 amps is fine for this size house, but probably a tweak or two there. You saw another PVC drain line. So aside from the clutter and the washing and painting that needs to be done down here, you're looking at new furnace, central air, of course, water heater, and you're good to go. So that is our deal. I'm actually crouched up a little close to this house so you can get a better picture of the front through the overgrown bushes. Structurally sound, needs the whole cosmetic suite, and mechanical upgrades. Siding, definitely side right over that transite. Don't try to pull it off. And comfortable after repaired value of a couple $100,000. So give me a call, 513-207-9846. Really text me and let me know if you want to see the inside. Thanks.